Hey everyone, what is going on? So we have more Go Battle League battles, and I am doing the Great League. We're still on the Great League for this video. I know by the time you're watching this, the Ultra League would have already begun, but I thought this video was going to be important to get out because I experienced a lot of lag in my battles from a couple days ago, and a lot of people, from what I understand, were experiencing lag as well. Now, I did really well in these sets, in all 5 sets. I went 4-1 3 times and then 3-2 the other 2 times. One of the 3-2s would have been a 4-1 had I not experienced that lag. But yeah, some of the lag was on my end, some of it was on my opponent's end. Some games didn't lag, but this is absolutely insane that we experience this type of lag, because at the end of the day, all of us want to increase our rank, right? If you're rank 7, you want to get to rank 8. Rank 8 wants to get to rank 9. Obviously, I want to get to rank 10, right, if you're rank 9. And I'm about 150 points away currently. But yeah, we all want to get to that rank 10 and get that Libre Pikachu. And the problem is, if you keep losing games because of lag, that's going to affect your rating and you're going to drop, right? So my, I guess my concern is that maybe Niantic, I don't know if Niantic watches this video, anybody from Niantic watches it, probably not, but if anybody from Niantic is listening, maybe you could set up a system to whereas if your players experienced the lag and it was a clear case win for them, but they lag and lose, maybe they can contact Niantic support and Niantic can boost that rating that they lost, right? Boost the score that they lost because of that lag. Of course, you'd need video evidence. I don't know if that's something they could possibly do. Probably not, to be honest with you. But, you know, you don't want to lose because of lag, right? You don't want to, because we all want to get to that rank 10, and you don't want to decrease your ranking because of lag, right? So yeah, we're gonna go over and look at these games. I'm using the team that worked really well for me. It's gonna be Umbreon, Toxicroak, and Azumarill. And as I said, this team was fantastic for me. I think I originally, instead of had that Azumarill, I think I had Registeel, but I like having Azumarill. So I feel like this is a pretty solid team. Either way, we do go ahead and take the game. Don't think there was much lag in that game. So not every game is going to have lag, but quite a few of them are. And we'll look through, maybe, like I did speed up the videos, so maybe you won't necessarily always see the lag. But let's go ahead and start commentating them. Again, I will start covering the Ultra League once it already began by the time you're watching this, but the next video after this should be the Ultra League. So I currently have my Shiny Umbreon versus the Meganium, Shiny Meganium at that. So I'm just going to take these Frenzy Plants. Now, to be honest, I didn't know who won this matchup. I wasn't sure if it was Umbreon or Meganium. I thought it was probably Meganium because Frenzy Plant hits like a truck. Yes, we're bulky, but it still hits really hard, though I wasn't 100% sure. So I'm just going for Foul Plays. It looks like I might win. I am going to go ahead and shield this, so maybe couldn't have taken that Frenzy Plant, or maybe I could have, and maybe I could have gotten to the Foul Play. I'm not really too sure, to be honest, but either way, we go ahead and shield it, and then we go for the Foul Play. That will be shielded as well, so I guess he definitely wants to win that lead. I am going to go ahead, and what do? I decide to let this go, so Umbreon is going to faint. Totally fine. I bring in my Toxicroak so I could farm up a little bit of energy. So now we have energy going on my Toxicroak. In comes Deoxys. So at least it's not an Altaria or a Tropius, which is what I was concerned about. Or Wishcash. That would have been bad too. But Deoxys defense we could definitely handle because the Sludge Bomb doing a good amount of damage. I'm going to go ahead and shield this one up because I want to get off another charge attack. I think, as you can see right now, we're experiencing lag. I can't tap. I can't do anything. He gets off his charge move, and it does nothing to me. That Psycho Boost literally does nothing to me. So I guess that was lag on his end. However, we would have gotten off the Mud Bomb before he got off that Psycho Boost if we didn't lag right there. But either way, the Haunter comes out, and we're down to our last Pokemon. Going to be that Azumarill, experiencing even more lag. So I don't know what's going on. It looks like that didn't really affect either of us that specific lag, but in the moment you don't know what's happening. Sometimes your opponent is just going to town and attacking you, right? So this is going to be an L for us. If I didn't experience that lag, could I have won this one? I don't know. Maybe not. But either way, they did get off that Psycho Boost and did some more damage to my Toxicroak. but it's still a little bit annoying. I may have still lost this one anyway, but that's okay. So we're gonna go ahead and take that loss. I mean, it's not okay. It's frustrating. Of course, it's frustrating, but it is what it is. So the next matchup is going to be my Umbreon versus Sableye. So this actually favors us because it is a Dark type Sableye, but he's also a Ghost type, so he's going to be neutral to Foul Play. He actually pulls a really nice switch into Lantern to catch the Foul Play. I'm okay with my Foul Play going into Lantern though, so you know, he took my energy, but at least it went into something that it's neutral against, right? That's the way I look at it. So my Toxicroak will go for that Mud Bomb against this Lantern. Super effective. Won't be enough to knock it out. Totally fine. He does get off his charge move before I could knock him out with counter. I am going to let it go through, knowing that it was only a Thunderbolt. However, that still does a lot of damage to us, so perhaps should have shielded. But Swampert is not able to farm up, so we got lucky with that. I'm going to bring in my Umbreon right now and go for the Foul Play. Just want to get off as much damage as possible against this Pokemon. Azumel and Umbreon, as I said, are both pretty good against Sableye. If I had to play rough on Azumel, that would obviously be better, but we don't. But I also know that he doesn't know that. So I'm just going to use my Umbreon against the Swampert and just go for Foul Plays. I could have went for either one, but I just decided to use Umbreon. He is going to go ahead and shield that one up. We're deciding to keep our shields. I do invest one right now, so I can get... Well, we could have gotten off another Foul Play anyway, but we're going to go ahead and get to it. Charge up a little bit of extra energy and get to that Foul Play. So the Foul Play, not going to be enough to knock it out. Of course, I'm hoping to get to one more. Unfortunately, he gets to that Sky Attack. I do shield it. Okay, so I do go ahead and shield that one. So I am going to go ahead. I thought about trying to feint him down, but I didn't think I could. But he pulls a switch to catch the Foul Play. Totally fine with me because, as I said, now we're able to get to another one. We do resist those Shadow Claws. And this Foul Play going to add up in damage. Look how much damage. He still has a shield. But, I mean, even if the Sableye gets off an attack against my Azumel, we resist the Foul Play. Shadow Sneak doesn't do a lot. Power Gem, it wouldn't really do that much. It's going to be that Shadow Sneak. He's actually going to be back-to-back Shadow Sneaks. So I'm going to be able to take them just fine. So that's a nice play on his end. But we're able to feint him with Bubble because he got super low. In comes Swampert, couple bubbles, going to be able to knock it out. So we do go ahead and take that one. Not really lag on that in that game. As I said, it was kind of like a mix. Sometimes we lagged, sometimes we didn't. But, you know, and every game's going to have lag. That's why I kind of suggested what I suggested. But either way, the next matchup is going to be the Medicham versus my Umbreon. This is actually not a good situation for us because he's neutral to Dark attacks, but we're actually weak to fighting attacks. And with Power Up Punch, the damage adds up. I'm going to go ahead and go for the Foul Play. That will be shielded, so I'm glad he decided to shield that. Look how much damage we're taking. I should have switched out into Azumel, honestly. Don't really know why I didn't. I really have no reason as to why I didn't. I think I didn't because I didn't want him to switch to counter the Azumel. But we're just going to try and get these Foul Plays off. Trying to add up in damage. Here we go, lagging again. Sometimes it might not matter. Sometimes it might. I don't know if I could have gotten off another Foul Play. In comes my Azumel. Could have switched into that, as I said, to fight the Medicham. We would have resisted all of its moves. Ice Punch, Power Up Punch. But it's okay. We're going to go ahead and go for the Ice Punch right now. He is down a shield, so we do have to keep that in mind. He's actually down 2 shields now, so we have that going for us. I was actually a little surprised that he decided to invest both shields into Medicham, but I guess he just wanted to boost up his Medicham. So we are going to go ahead and actually take another hit. I know I could take it no matter what attack it has, so it's going to be that Power Up Punch. Well, actually, if it was a Psychic, we couldn't have taken it, but I know he doesn't have a Psychic attack. So we do go ahead and feint that Medicham and waiting to see what comes in. Going to be a Frostlass, so we're going to hit it. This Frostlass is taking a huge Hydro Pump to the face, so it's actually not enough to knock it out, but that's totally fine. He will get off a Charge Attack. Avalanche at this range should be enough to knock out my Azumel, so I will go ahead and shield it up. And I just commit to the farm down at this point. We have loaded energy with Azumel. Gonna go immediately for the Hydro Pump. In comes Mascarin. I think that's the name of it. I'm not 100%. I believe it is. And right now I'm just trying to get to the Ice Beam or trying to feint him. We do feint him. So we actually win that one, despite a bad start in the beginning. But we're able to win it. So really good game to my opponent. So we're gonna jump into the next game. Let's see what happens. Let's see. Well, of course, I'm leading with Umbreon. We know I lead with Umbreon every single time. So it is Umbreon versus Tropius. So again, this is another matchup. I really didn't know how it went, and it could have depended based on whether or not he had Razor Leaf or Air Slash. I thought it favored Umbreon, but I wasn't 100% on that. As you can see, we could take Leaf Blades really well, so that's exactly what we're going to do. We're just going to go for the foul plays, and we'll just play it out. I don't want to switch, so I'm just going to go for another foul play. Right now, we do get to it before he's able to get to another Leaf Blade, or possibly, what is it? What other attack does he have? Is it Sky Attack? I don't know. But I haven't used Tropius that much. It's a good Pokemon, but we're going to be hit with another Leaf Blade. So looking at the health right now, it looks like it does favor Umbreon. We're going to be able to get to a foul play right now. Let's see if he decides to shield it up. He does not. Totally fine. So he does get to another attack, so this might have knocked us out if I didn't shield it, so maybe it favors Tropius. I don't really know, guys. So we will shield it and farm down this Tropius, so we have energy ready to go for whatever comes in. Gonna be Deoxys, and he actually almost knocked us out. I didn't want to immediately click on it just in case it wasn't a Azumarill, but unfortunately couldn't get to another one. That would have been awesome if we could, but at least we took a shield, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and bring in my Azumarill. And here we go with the lag again, right? I don't think that necessarily affected either of us, but it's kind of hard to tell. Obviously, well, it actually did because he obviously couldn't click on all the bubbles on the Thunderbolt. So that lag benefited me, but that's not the point. I don't want it to benefit me. I don't want it to benefit you guys. I don't want it to happen, you know? So he does shield up the Hydro Pump. So if you're my opponent in this game, you know, it's lag. What can I say? I mean, it's no fun. I understand that. But I'm trying to get to another Hydro Pump. I don't think I could make it, so I do go for the Ice Beam. I just want to chip away at this Deoxys. It does do a decent amount of damage, and as you can see, he was at his charge attack. Probably going to be a Rock Slide. It is, so that will knock us out. And then we bring in Toxicroak. My goal at this point is to farm him down. He actually pulls a switch into a Azumarill. Perfect. Because we have loaded energy ready to go, we have enough to get off a Sludge Bomb. And that's going to do loads of damage trying to get off this Mud Bomb. We do get to it. I'm hoping this is enough to knock out that Azumarill. I'm not 100% sure. Not 100% sure. It is. We still have a shield. That Deoxys is going down. We have to shield this, and then we're going to be able to knock him out. Well, technically, actually, it is a Thunderbolt, so that would have knocked us out. If it was a Rock Slide, we would have been able to take it. But either way, we do go ahead and win that one. So, really good game again. I don't know if the lag mattered. Maybe it did. But either way, the next game, he has Toxicroak versus my Umbreon. I'm going to pull the switch into Azumarill. Pretty much a safe switch. I mean, even if they switch into a Grass type, you have Ice Beam, right? That's why my Azumarill has Ice Beam. That's why I don't have Play Rough. Plus, I also like using Hydro Pump to hit Registeel. So that's why I like this moveset. So we're going to go ahead and go for that Ice Beam. He will shield it up. Totally fine. It looks like he might be trying to farm us down. I believe. Let's see. I do shield. I guess I decided to shield last minute. So I go for the Ice Beam, and he pulls in a really impressive switch to catch the Ice Beam with the Azumarill, so he doesn't have to burn his last shield. Really well played, and he's able to farm down my Azumarill because I can't switch. So that was really nicely done. I bring in my Toxicroak. He does have energy, so I do have to be careful. I go ahead and go for the shield. I'm definitely playing from behind. Let's see if we can make something work. So I'm going to go ahead and charge up quite a bit of extra energy. Unfortunately, I charge up too much, and that allows him to get to an Ice Beam. So getting a little bit greedy, trying to charge up energy, and I do go for the bait. As I said, I'm playing from behind. We have to try and somehow mitigate the damage, but he doesn't shield. So at this point, I was basically considering this a loss. I'm not sure if I back out of this one. Maybe I do. So we're actually going to be able to feint him, but again, I do decide to back out because it was a lost game at that point. So good game to my opponent. So next up, we're battling my friend Tito. He's a really skilled battler. He's really highly ranked, and again, we lose the lead, so I'm switching into my Azumarill. And it looks like he's staying in, perhaps wanting to go for that Sludge Bomb. Totally makes sense. Now, the thing to keep in mind is I'm playing from behind, right? And if I'm playing from behind, I have to risk something. So I'm going to go ahead and risk this being a bait. It is a bait. So we call that correctly, and we don't use the shield. So that's good for us. And by the way, it looked like he didn't use the shield earlier when I used my charge attack. He actually did, so that wasn't lag. That wasn't a glitch. So I'm going to call the bait again, and we get it correctly. So we take 2 Mud Bombs without using his shield. So that's amazing for us. He does pull a switch to catch my Ice Beam, which was fantastic for him. Well played. I'm going to go ahead and stick around. He does use his energy before I can get to a Hydro Pump. That's going to be able to knock us out. I do bring in my Toxicroak. Again, it looked like he might have gotten a bubble in or 2 against me. I'm not really too sure. That was a little bit difficult to tell. But I will shield this one up because I want to be able to get to a Sludge Bomb. So we do get to the Sludge Bomb. I'm hoping maybe he'll call the bait. He only has 1 shield left. Perhaps he doesn't want to use it. But he does decide to use it. That's totally fine. He does go ahead and go for a charge attack. And I will shield this one up. It's going to be an Ice Beam. That would have put us super low. I am going to go ahead and go for the Mud Bomb. Now, I was expecting him to try and switch to catch the Sludge Bomb, so I went for the Mud Bomb, and obviously he switched after I went for the Mud Bomb. I was hoping he switched into Toxicroak to catch that Mud Bomb, thinking it was a Sludge Bomb. You guys get the point. So, obviously Sludge Bomb would have been better, but that's okay. Right now I have my Umbreon versus Toxicroak. Now, Toxicroak is good against Umbreon, but the thing you have to keep in mind is that we're only weak to counter. We're not weak to Sludge Bomb, and we're not weak to Mud Bomb. We actually take Mud Bombs really well. So we're going to pull the switch in, or not switch, but we're going to bring in Toxicroak. He brings in Registeel, and I'm like, wow, we could actually win this one. We could actually win this. He can knock it off a charge attack against us. We have to prevent that at all costs. So one more Mud Bomb, we get to it. He must have been super close to that Flash Cannon. If we didn't call those baits in the beginning and use those shields, we would have lost. Even if we only used 1 shield, we would have lost that one. So really good game. We played in Go Battle League one other time before this in the preseason. He beat me there, so I got my revenge and we won. Next matchup, we're losing the lead. We got to pull the switch. To be honest, Umbreon versus Azumel isn't the worst matchup if it doesn't have Play Rough, right? Umbreon will still lose that, but it's not by a lot. So it's not the worst matchup in the world, but it's still not one that you necessarily want to be in. So my Azumel will go for this Hydro Pump. He did switch into Registeel, which, by the way, is not the best answer to Azumel. They're kind of even, right? It's not a bad answer at all. Obviously, you could switch into that, but I'm okay with that as well. So I'm going to go ahead and go for the Hydro Pump. I want to knock out this Registeel. Not sure if I could knock it out with this Hydro Pump. Let's see. We can. Actually, of course I can. What am I talking about? So as you can see, our Azumel, because we had a little bit of an energy advantage, won that. So I bring in my Umbreon. Perfect situation for us, but he has the Sludge Bomb. So he's going to go for that. We're still able to take it well, but we can go for it. So he switches into Azumel. I pull the switch into my Toxicroak. I am definitely going to shield this one up. I know my Umbreon in the back has a really beautiful matchup against that Haunter and not against the Azumel. So I do want my Toxicroak in against this Azumel. I'm hoping he calls the bait, realizing he's playing from behind. Doesn't happen. He does go ahead and shield that. That's fine. We're going to try again. We're going to shield this Ice Beam up. And I am charging up to a Sludge Bomb. Might as well go for it. At this point, we do get to it. And I'm like, this. He's definitely going to shield this, right? He has to shield it. Why would he not shield it? He does not shield that. I could not believe he didn't shield that. I guess he wanted it for Haunter. But now we're going to be able to go for Mud Bomb against this Haunter right now. And he will shield that. He has to. And we switch into my Umbreon, which already has energy. We could still take a Sludge Bomb. Keep that in mind. This is going to knock him out. We would have knocked him out anyway. So really good game. Really good game. I believe he should have shielded that Azumel, but I guess he didn't want to. So going up against my next opponent, I battle him like every day. You probably seen him on the channel. So if you watch the videos, man, great games. He's beaten me a few times. I've beaten him a few times. So we had a positive matchup in this situation. I switch out into my Azumel to face this Toxicroak. Now, I do know about Sludge Bomb, of course, and he's going to go ahead and try to go for the bait. I risked it because I knew I could take a Sludge Bomb anyway. And if it is a Mud Bomb, we're definitely going to be in a good situation. So it was the bait. He takes the Ice Beam. Totally fine. He's going to go ahead and go for a charge attack. I will shield this one up. If he has a Sludge Bomb, there's no reason not to go for it. It is a Sludge Bomb. And then we're going to just knock him out with Bubble. So let's see what comes in. Going to be that Hypno. And I'm thinking he probably has Thunder Punch, but at least we can get to this Hydro Pump. So Hypno is a fantastic Pokemon, isn't it? This is a purified one. It's the same thing as a regular one, but it's absolutely a fantastic one. He does have to use his energy, otherwise I would be able to get to that Ice Beam, I believe. Going to be an Ice Punch. Very interesting. Perhaps he wanted to farm me down. Maybe he doesn't have Thunder Punch then. So I'm going to go ahead and go for the Ice Beam. He will shield that one up and then feint me with Confusion. We still have that Umbreon, keep in mind. I do bring it in. He switches into a Azumel. I pull the switch a little bit too slow. I should have switched faster, but that's okay. I am going to go ahead and charge up to the Sludge Bomb. He does throw a charge attack at me. I will definitely shield this one up. I know, as I said, Umbreon has a good matchup against Hypno, although we do have to watch out for Focus Blast. I just have to hope that he doesn't have it on Hypno. So I will go for the Sludge Bomb. He was calling the bait, didn't get it correctly. I actually get to the Mud Bomb. I decided not to farm him down. I don't want to take another attack. So this Mud Bomb will knock out the Azumel, and I know Hypno is going to easily delete us, but he's super low. I believe I could just farm down with Snarl as long as he doesn't have Focus Blast and he's going for Ice Punch. That tells me he does not have Focus Blast, and he actually gets to another charge attack. Now, even if this was Focus Blast, I'm pretty sure we would have survived it anyway, but it's not. It's Ice Punch, so I don't know what else he has. Maybe Shadow Ball, I don't really know, but maybe Fire Punch, right? I have no idea. So we're going to take that. So the next opponent, B-Haze, we did battle him before, so I know he likes to use Shadow Pokemon, and lo and behold, Shadow Hypno. So again, favorable matchup for us. We've seen it in the previous game, right? Charging up, he does pull the switch, trying to catch the foul play. Wasn't going to allow it to happen. I see too many players trying to switch immediately to catch the charge attack, waste my energy. It makes sense, but I just was not going to allow that to happen. I go for Sludge Bomb. He will call the bait, and it's not a bait, it's a Sludge Bomb, so that's good for us. I decide to shield this, and I believe I might want to commit to farming down. He does resist these counters. Actually, he gets to another charge attack, so I think I use my second... No, I don't. Okay, never mind. I let it go. I'm going to do a lot of damage, and I can't get to the Mud Bomb, so yeah, perhaps I should have used my second shield. That's okay. So we're going to farm down with Bubble. He actually gets to another charge attack, and I'm going to let it go through. It will be an Ice Beam, so probably couldn't make it to a better charge attack. That's totally fine. In comes Hypno. He's going to hit me with a charge attack. I'm thinking Thunder Punch, but I decided to take it. It is Thunder Punch. It is a Shadow Pokemon, so it does more, but I pull the switch into my Umbreon and go for the foul play that we had built up from earlier. Of course, the shield comes up. He switches into a Alolan Marowak, and I was so happy to see this Alolan Marowak because we have a huge matchup. We resist that Shadow Ball, plus the Bone Club is a weak move. It doesn't do much, so I really don't have anything to worry about. I'm going to take this attack. I don't care what it is, right? So it's going to be that Bone Club, and we're easily able to take it. No need to use a shield. I want to save my shields for that Shadow Hypno. We go for the foul play that will knock out the Alolan Marowak. In comes the Hypno, and I'm charging up. He does go for a charge attack. Do I shield this one? I do decide to shield it. It is going to be a Thunder Punch. Totally fine. Might as well use it. I have that shield. We're going to go ahead and go for the foul play, and that does a lot. Doesn't knock it out. I don't know why he took it. He probably took it because he thought the game was over anyway. But I'm going to go for another foul play. And I believe he just lets it go. He does let it go. So really good game to B-Haze. Thanks for the epic battle. And I thought I was going to lose. If it wasn't that Alolan Marowak, I think we would have. So here's my next opponent. I think I battled him before as well. But we catch a fantastic lead. Now, even though this is positive for Umbreon, the counters still do decent damage. So in comes Altaria. So I'm going to pull the switch into my Azumel. Now, I actually almost clicked on Toxicroak by mistake. Luckily, I didn't. Otherwise, we would have definitely lost this. I don't remember how this specific game goes, but... anyway, we're going to go ahead and get to the Ice Beam. This is going to do massive damage to Altaria. Altaria is double weak to it, so not going to knock it out, but it does a lot of damage, and I believe I just farmed down at this point. He's going to go ahead and go for the charge attack. We could take it. Yes, we're going to be really low, but at least we're going to have energy for whatever comes in, so we do go ahead and knock out that Altaria. I'm just clicking on my Hydro Pump, hoping to get to it. We do go ahead and get to it. Almost knocked out by that Deoxys, totally fine. Going to do a lot of damage. He probably didn't want to shield that anyway because he knew the Umbreon would come in and maybe farm down. But he does go for a charge attack, afraid that I would get to Ice Beam, and I honestly probably would have. So the Rock Slide will knock out my Pokemon. I bring in Umbreon and immediately click on the foul play. So this foul play is going to be shielded. And let's see, I think I charge up. He's going to go ahead and go for that charge attack. I'm totally cool with taking it. Let's see what it is. Going to be that Rock Slide. But again, we're so bulky. He was trying to catch the foul play. Wasn't going to allow it to happen. We still have two shields. We have a Toxicroak. This is definitely a great situation for us. I am going to shield this Flash Cannon. And we're just charging up, going for that Mud Bomb. Again, we're tied in shields right now. This Mud Bomb going to do super effective damage to this Registeel. And we're able to fake down the Registeel. And yeah, Deoxys comes in. We just go immediately for that Mud Bomb. Going to do good damage to the Deoxys. It's actually enough to knock it out, so we're going to be able to win that one. So really good game and well played to my opponent. We just had the lead, we had the counters, and sometimes that's how it goes. So yeah, you see in some of these games, a lot of them had been lagging. Towards the end, you know, they weren't lagging as much. But yeah, it's just still really annoying, even one game, right? So next matchup, Umbreon versus Swampert. This, I believe, favors the Umbreon. Let's see. So I'm going to go ahead. Oh, this game, I believe I lagged significantly on. That I think it cost me the game. I'm not sure if it was this one. I believe it was. Let's see. So I am going to get that Foul Play off. And he is going to go ahead, or she's going to go ahead and get off that Hydro Cannon, but we're still able to take it. That's how bulky we are. We do get off this Flash Cannon. I believe she does shield up this one. Let's see. She does. Okay. That would have either knocked out the Swampert or put it super low. She switches. I blind switch into my Azumel immediately, which is unfortunate. I wish I went to Tox. I wish I didn't blind switch because I would have loved to have Toxicroak against this Registeel. So it is what it is. That's what happened. So I'm going to go ahead and go for my Hydro Pump. That will be shielded, so she does go ahead and shield. So we are up 2 shields. I guess she really wants to beat this Azumarill. Maybe she has an Altaria in the back that doesn't want to meet my Azumarill. Totally makes sense. We should be able to get to another Hydro Pump. We do. So we do get to that Hydro Pump, trying to do a lot of damage to this Registeel. Not enough to knock it out. Close. She's going to have to, yeah, it was a CMP type, so she's going to go ahead and use that Flash Cannon. So the Flash Cannon will knock me out. And I bring in my Toxicroak to finish off the Registeel, trying to boost up my energy a little bit. In comes that Altaria, so she does have Altaria, which is not good. As you can see, we're lagging in this situation, which is really unfortunate. And we just, all of a sudden, we just had a lot more damage done. That Sludge Bomb did nothing for me. Now I have my Umbreon. She has another charge attack. Again, it's not my opponent's fault. It's just the lag, which is really unfortunate. I believe I would have won this one if it wasn't for that lag. We could have done a lot of damage with that Sludge Bomb, right? This Foul Play would have added up in damage. We would have been able to knock out this Swampert. We would have had another shield. We would have used the shield and then knocked out the Swampert. We would have definitely won this game. But it's not my opponent's fault, but it's just really annoying. So I am going to go ahead and shield this one up. So it is that Hydro Cannon, and we're going to be able to farm down totally fine. And we do get to the Sludge Bomb, but we can't get it off in time, which is really unfortunate. But again, yeah, we would have definitely won that one if it wasn't for that lag. But again, it's not my opponent's fault, right? So good game to whoever you are. But then my next matchup, now he definitely outplays me in this game. There's no doubt about it. So this is my friend Ferg. So I'm going to go ahead and go for the Foul Play. And he pulls an amazing switch into a Azumarill. So I'm going to pull the switch into my Toxicroak. I think I just go for Sludge Bomb. He's going to hit me with an Ice Beam. We're definitely playing from behind. Definitely going to be a tricky situation. Ferg is an excellent battler, so if he gets you on like the switch, it's going to be very difficult for you. But I guess he called the bait because he does not shield there. Totally fine, and we do farm down the Azumarill. So okay, we got that going for us. So let's see what happens. What is coming in? We still have the Toxicroak with energy. Why did I click on that Mud Bomb? I should have waited to see what came in, but I thought the Swampert was going to come in and immediately click on Hydro Cannon to knock me out. So that's why I immediately clicked on Mud Bomb. So at least I could get some damage off before I went down to a Hydro Cannon. But that's not how it happened, which is really unfortunate. So I'm like, yeah, there's no way I could win this one. So I'm going to go ahead and shield that Sky Attack. In comes the Swampert. Out comes a charge move. We have no shields. Totally expecting that Sludge Wave. If he has it, he does. Doing a lot of damage. So I switch into my Umbreon. He still has 2 shields. How am I going to come out of this situation alive? I mean, I guess we'll technically be alive. But how are we going to come out with a win? Well, let's find out. So I go for the Foul Play. That will be shielded. So I guess he decides, okay, he has 2 shields. Might as well use them. He's going to hit me with a Hydro Cannon. Totally fine. This Hydro Cannon will do a good amount. Only one more is going to knock us out, so we're going to go ahead and go for the foul play. Wasn't sure if he would shield this one. He might. He does not, so totally fine. Can we get to one more to knock out this Swampert? We can. So we either knock out the Swampert or we take his final shield, so he will decide to shield it. Getting to a Hydro Cannon, totally fine. Now we have my Azumel. Farm City, baby. So he's going to hit us with a Hydro Cannon, but we're going to be able to take this, right? So my goal is to just farm. He switches. I see the switch and immediately click on that Ice Beam, and Ice Beam is going into a already weakened Altaria. It knocks it out. Oh my gosh. We farmed down. Can we do it? Yes, we can. So we actually win that one. A game I 100%, he definitely outplayed me. Cannot believe I won that one. So I should have won the game before this, and I should have lost that one. But I guess they reversed it on me. So good game, Ferg. It was a pleasure to battle you, as always. So next matchup is going to be a Water Gun Lantern versus my Altaria. Not my Altaria, my Umbreon. So again, this is another matchup I didn't really know how it went. I know Water Gun does a lot. Both Pokemon are really bulky, so I don't know who this favors. Maybe it depends if he lands a Hydro Pump. I don't really know. But I'm just going to go ahead and go for foul plays, right? Might as well. He's going to go ahead and go for a charge attack. Let's see what it is. Going to be that Hydro Pump, so he does land the Hydro Pump. And I do get off my foul play. Now, I guess this looks like it might favor Umbreon. He might shield this one up. He does decide to shield it. Okay, so switching into Wigglytuff, and that immediately deletes me before I even realized what was going on. So I didn't really have a good answer. I mean, I brought in my Toxicroak, which is not a good answer. So I'm going to go ahead and go for the bait for the Mud Bomb, assuming that he has to shield this one up, right? So he doesn't. He actually doesn't shield that one up, and he's able to knock out my Toxicroak. So I was really surprised he didn't shield that one up. I am going to go ahead and shield this. It is going to be a play rough, so we do hold out correctly, and then we're able to farm down the Wigglytuff. But all we have is an Azumarill left. He does bring in a Alolan Marowak. And I'm going to go ahead and go straight for that Hydro Pump. I'm not messing around. I knew it would pretty much knock it out. I think it would knock it out. Unfortunately, he shields it. So that's unfortunate for me, but it is what it is. So I'm going to go ahead and take this one. Going to be that Shadow Ball, so it's not a Bone Club bait. So I was just like predicting wrong in this game. That's okay. It happens. But again, I guess I could have brought in a Azumel versus the Wigglytuff. But I guess that probably would have been better, and I could have saved my Toxicroak, but I didn't. So we're going to go ahead and go for the Hydro Pump against this Marowak. Of course, this is going to knock out the Marowak. Now in comes that Lantern, and we can't even get to the Ice Beam, but honestly, even if we did, I don't think that would have knocked out the Lantern anyway. So really good game. Again, that Wigglytuff threw me off. I guess maybe I should have went into a Azumarill. I'm not really too sure. But either way, we do go ahead and lose that one. So really well played. Yeah, I guess I should have went to Azumarill. Well, you live, you learn, right? So I was curious if this was the same opponent because we have another Lantern lead, but it's not because the Lantern has Spark. Or yeah, I think it's Spark, right? Instead of Water Gun. Or is that Charge Beam? I think it's Spark. I'm pretty sure that's Spark. But we're going to go ahead and take this attack. I knew it was a Thunderbolt. Actually, I'm wrong. It's a Hydro Pump. I think I thought it was a Thunderbolt. But either way, we go ahead and go for the foul play right now. Just getting off as much damage as possible. And can we get to one more? I believe so. We do get to it, so we're going to be able to get off this foul play. And this foul play definitely going to add up. Not enough to knock him out. I thought he might have shielded there, but he decided not to. I do go ahead and take this attack. This one's the Thunderbolt. And we're able to take it, and I thought I could probably fall him down, but he switches out, and I tried to go for one more foul play, but I wasn't able to. But because he switched out, now he's stuck in against my Azumarill. More lag, as you could see. Didn't look like it affected anything in that situation, but it's still annoying. But yeah, now because he switched out to feint my Umbreon with his Altaria, we have the Azumarill locked in with that Altaria. I mean, technically, we're not locked in, but of course, we're not going to switch into Toxicroak. So he will go ahead and take that. He still has 2 shields, but he has a weak Altaria as well as a weak Pokemon in the back, the Lantern, right? So we will be hit with that Sky Attack, and we're going to go ahead and just farm down, I believe. Yeah, we do get that Altaria down with Bubble. Just clicking on that Hydro Pump, hoping to get it off. We're able to get to it before he can feint us with Counter. So this is going to do a good amount of damage to that Defense Deoxys. He will shield it up. So at least we took a shield, totally fine. So I am going to go ahead. He does charge up quite a bit of energy, which is not good, but we're going to bring in the Toxicroak, see if we could manage to pull out something. Again, basically his only Pokemon is this Deoxys, because that Lantern is switching in to try and catch a charge move, right? It switched in, but and honestly, I almost tapped on it. I was about to, but luckily I didn't. So he does go ahead and take that Sludge Bomb, and I'm going to go ahead and shield this one up. Going to be a Rock Slide, could have taken it. Might as well shield. We do get to a Mud Bomb, expecting the shield, but counter should still be enough to knock out the Deoxys anyway. But I guess he just decides to let it go. So it was a really well-played game. Again, Ultra League I'm going to start probably tomorrow, but right now we're just doing the last Great League battles that I have. So hopefully I reach rank 10 in Ultra League. I think I might. So this is not a good matchup for Umbreon because of Focus Blast. So I pull the switch into a Zoom Arrow. And I know, of course, it has Flash Cannon, but this is more of a neutral matchup. I mean, obviously, if he has an energy advantage, which he does, it's going to favor him. But anyway, he pulls the switch into a Zoom Arrow, perhaps trying to catch the Hydro Pump, but there's nothing else I would go for because I don't have Play Rough. So I might as well still go for the Hydro Pump. And he is going to go ahead and I'm hoping he doesn't have Play Rough, but let's see if he does. Let's see if he has Play Rough. He is not going to have Play Rough, so he does go for that Hydro Pump. So I'm just going to go ahead and continue to go for Hydro Pump. Might as well to add on that damage. He's not going to shield. I was not expecting the shield. So he's going to have to use his energy if he doesn't want me to get to an Ice Beam or a Hydro Pump. So he does use it. Going to be that Ice Beam, so it's the same moveset that I have. Totally fine. Let's see what happens. Which one do I decide to go in? Probably that Tox. Actually, no. The reason I bring in Umbreon is because I know he does not have Play Rough. So I do go for the last resort. And he will let that go through. It doesn't knock him out, and he gets to a charge attack. But I'm thinking there's no way. There's no way this is Hydro Pump, right? It's not. It's Ice Beam. I mean, the damage is adding up, but we're still able to feint him down. So we do have loaded energy as well. And I'm trying to click on my charge attack. Eventually, it goes through. And I am going to go ahead and go for that Foul Play. And we almost get to another one. I just let this go through. I want to see if my Toxicroak can pull out its magic, but that's actually not going to take us out. He switches into Altaria. The Pokemon in the back is Altaria, and I'm like, I was saving my 2 shields. I was like, maybe Toxicroak could pull something out. You know, if it's not a flyer like Altaria, Skarmory, or Tropius, but unfortunately for us, it is. Maybe we could have won. We could have actually won if he didn't have any shields, but I just decided to go for the bluffs. I don't even shield that. Click on that, but anyway, we're gonna go ahead and go for another one, but it's just not gonna be enough. He's gonna be able to feint us down. Actually, I go for the Sludge Bomb there, maybe chanting, hoping that he won't shield, but there's no reason for him not to, right? So I just let my Toxicroak go. So Toxicroak will feint, totally fine, and then we bring in my Umbreon. It's just not going to be enough. We do get to the Foul Play. I don't even think this knocks it out. But even if it does, let's see if it does. It does not, actually. And he's just able to feint this. So, good game. Good game. So, we're going to jump into another one. We're battling Dunebug. Now, I've recognized his name because I know he was featured on King's channel. So, I have a huge matchup for us. He brings in Gallade. Now, I know Gallade has close combat. I know he does. But I am going to go for Foul Plays. It is a squishy Pokemon, so a couple Foul Plays is going to be enough to knock him out. So we actually get to another one, and if he doesn't shield this, his Gallade is gone, so he has to shield it. So he does get to a charge attack, and I am going to go ahead and shield this one up. I thought it would be a Leaf Blade bait, which it is, but I didn't want to risk it. So he gets to another charge attack, and I'm not going to risk this one either. I think this one's a close combat, so we could have possibly called the bait in the first one, but I didn't want to. A little bit risky. I do go ahead and farm him down there with Snarl, so that's good for us. So let's see what comes in. I know I have the Azumel and the Umbreon for Drifblim, right? So he does bring in his Registeel. Let's see. So I go for the Foul Play. I do go ahead and switch into Toxicroak, hoping to just get as much damage off as possible before he pulls a switch into Drifblim. I knew he would switch into it, but that's fine because I knew these Sludge Bombs are resisted, but they still add up, and I knew he would have to use his energy on my Toxicroak, so we have a huge matchup in the back for him with Umbreon against this Drifblim, and we also have a healthy Pokemon. We have a healthy Azumarill to deal with Registeel. So I was feeling pretty confident. He allows his Drifblim to go down. In comes that Registeel. Now, does a Focus Blast knock me out is the question. Does it knock me out? It does not. We actually take that and we get to a Foul Play. So this Foul Play, is it going to be shielded? It is not. So he still has a shield. In comes my Azumarill. And at this point, because of how low he is, we could just go for Ice Beams. There's no reason to even build up to a Hydro Pump. He's going to have to shield if he wants to try and beat me. But at this point, it's just a game that would be incredibly difficult, if not impossible, to win. So he will shield that one up. Even another Flash Cannon, our Azumarill, as you'll be able to see, is going to be able to take. So he does get to that Flash Cannon and go for it. But again, as I said, we're able to take it. And we just farm him down with Bubble. So that was a good game. It was a pleasure battling you. So we're going to jump into another game. So I guess against the Registeel, I didn't have to switch into my Toxicroak. I could have saved that and just continued to allow him to knock out my Umbreon. That probably would have been the better play, but that's okay. So we're going to move on. Deoxys versus Umbreon. We've seen this matchup before. This definitely favors Umbreon. We're going to go ahead and charge up to that Foul Play and go for it immediately. Not immediately. We have a couple ready to go, I think. He'll let that go through. We have another one, and we do click on it. So his Deoxys is going to go down if he doesn't shield this one up. He does. Totally fine. I believe we still win this matchup because we could take this Rock Slide or this Thunderbolt, definitely the Psycho Boost. So it is a Rock Slide, able to easily take that, and we get to another Foul Play. So his Deoxys will go down as well as one of his shields, unless if he shields again. But if he did shield again, we would have taken both of his shields. So huge situation for my Umbreon. I'm just going for some extra damage. I don't want to be switch locked, so I just allow my Umbreon to go down. He does farm up a little bit, but, you know, I didn't want to switch out. So I'm going to go ahead and pull in my Azumarill. He is lower on energy. And I'm hoping, right? I'm hoping that Registeel is in the back. I'm like, I know we have the Toxicroak. He does hit me with Hydro Pump. That tells me he does not have Play Rough on his Azumarill, obviously. So we're going to go for Hydro Pump as well. So this Hydro Pump, we'll do a decent amount. Nothing crazy, but we just want to chip away. And he's not switching. So maybe that kind of has me believing that it might be an Altaria in the back. Not really too sure. Let's see what we could do. Can we get to this Hydro Pump? We can. So we do get to the Hydro Pump. Let's see if he decides to shield this one up. He does not. So Azumarill will go down. In comes Haunter. So I'm like, oh no. Oh no. We might actually lose this. So he does dump his energy. And that's fine. Oh man, this is going to be a difficult situation. So I bring in my Toxicroak. We need to land one Mud Bomb, so we need to get to 2 Mud Bombs, right? One Mud Bomb to take the shield, and the other Mud Bomb to knock him out. I honestly didn't know if I could do it, so I go for one Mud Bomb. I don't even try for the Excellent, because I know he's going to shield it. Even if he didn't, that would have knocked him out. We just need to get to one more. We have the shield. We kept both shields for this matchup. Going to shield that Shadow Punch. That would have knocked us out. Before you can get to it, we can get to it. So we're able to actually pull this one out. But it was definitely a very difficult situation. So goodbye, Shiny Haunter. We're actually able to win that one. But that was a really tight game, a really close game. Haunter's definitely gotten to me. That's why I love running Umbreon, because Haunter's definitely gotten to me. So for the lead, he definitely wins that. I've recognized this trainer on King's channel. So right now I'm switching into my Toxicroak, and he's just going to go ahead and stay in. Which allows me to farm up, so I'm actually okay with that. I will go ahead and shield. He's actually still staying in with that Registeel, so maybe he has 3 things weak to Toxicroak. I'm not really sure, because I was really surprised he stayed in. Now he pulls a switch into Banette. So Banette's very interesting. I am going to go ahead and go for that Sludge Bomb. I just want to get off damage against that Banette. Honestly, Mud Bomb may have been the way to go, but I don't think I could have gotten to 2 Mud Bombs anyway. I don't know. I've never battled a Banette before. So I bring in my Umbreon. My goal at this point is to just farm down. I know, aside from Shadow Ball, I know obviously it could have Return because it's a purified Pokemon, but I think it has access to Thunder, any of which I know Umbreon can take. So, he has Tropius. So I'm going to go ahead and go for my Foul Play. He will shield that one up. And this is a Razor Leaf variant. I'm just going to continue to go for Foul Plays. We have that Azumarill in the back. I don't want my Azumarill to meet a Razor Leaf user, especially Tropius, or any Razor Leaf user. You know, Shadow, Victor Bell, I'm looking at you. So I go for the Foul Play, and that will be not shielded. He brings in his Registeel. I switch into my Azumarill, so I'm going to go ahead and I believe I just take it. I do take it, so I just want to farm up energy, and that's exactly what we're doing. We have enough for an Ice Beam. He still has a shield. We're going to click on that Ice Beam immediately. He does get through the charge move CMP tie before me, but that's okay. We'll go ahead and shield that one up, and we do get to the Ice Beam. He has to shield this one, there's no doubt about it. So that's exactly what he'll do. Can we get to one more? Can we do it? Can we do it before it? No, he gets to the Leaf Blade first. So this Leaf Blade will be enough to knock out Azumarill. So that's okay. So I'm going to bring in my Umbreon, and I go for the Foul Play, hoping that this is enough. I didn't think it would be, but I'm hoping. It is not. So I need to get to one more. I need to get to one more before we faint, and we actually get to it. Looks like we don't have much health left, and this Foul Play is going to take the win for us. But very good game, very close game. We have like 1 HP, but we do go ahead and win that one. And yeah, as I said, we did like 4-1 in like 3 sets, and then 3-2 in the other sets, and that's going to boost our rating. Yeah, and that will be it for this one, guys. See you in the next video. Have a good day. Bye. Thank you so much for checking out my latest video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to follow me on Twitter. If you like this video, check out one of my other videos that you'll probably enjoy.